Okay na, Ma'am Angelica. So, good morning, everyone. Today, I am going to discuss the fossil fuels. Next, ma'am. Fossil fuels are compound mixtures made of fossilized plants and animal remnants from million years ago. These fuels are found in the Earth's crust and contain carbon and hydrogen, which can be burned energy. Fossil fuels formed by natural processes. It is a group of energy sources that were formed from ancient plants and organisms. Fossil fuels are non-renewable source of energy. So fossil fuels are the fuels formed by natural processes such as decomposition of dead and buried organisms. Fossil fuels are commonly used as an energy source in industrial processes for the past 200 years. Include naturally occurring materials such as oil, coal, and natural gas. These fuels are obtained from underground deposits formed million years ago by biological and geological processes. And these fossil fuels are not being replenished or hindi nadadagdagan. The burning of fossil fuels has also been linked to the phenomenon known as global warming. So it is a non-renewable source of energy. Next slide, ma'am. Uses of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are used to produce energy. In large power stations, they are burned in the presence of oxygen. As the fuel burns, the heat energy is used to heat water. As it is heated, it produces steam which it turns rises and drives a turbine. Second, uses of fossil fuels are it runs our vehicles. The cars and trucks we drive have engines that burn fuel that comes from the crude oil. Next is it provides us electricity. Fossil fuels are the largest sources of energy for electricity generation. It is used to steam turbines and gas turbines to generate electricity. Last is power industry and manufacturing. Next slide, ma'am. So there are three types of fossil fuels: the coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Next slide, ma'am. Coal. Coal is a solid fossil fuel formed over millions of years by decay of land vegetation. When layers are compacted and heated over time, deposits are turned into coal. Coal is quite abundant compared to the other two fossil fuels. Coal is one of the most important primary fossil fuels. Coal is an essential raw material for iron and steel production and is the key to energy fuel used in the production of cement, aluminum, and other highly energy intensive industrial products essential to building modern economies and urban infrastructure. Next, ma'am. So the uses of coal: electricity generation, metal production, cement production, gasification and liquefaction, and last, chemical production and other industries. Next slide, ma'am. Next is petroleum. Petroleum, also called as crude oil, is a fossil fuel. Like coal and natural gas, petroleum was formed from the remains of ancient marine organisms such as plants, algae, and bacteria. Petroleum is used to make gasoline, an important product in our everyday lives. It is also processed and part of thousands of different items, including tires, refrigerators, life jackets, and anesthetics. So, petroleum or crude oil is a fossil fuel and non-renewable energy source of energy. it has been used as fuel for transport, as a fuel to generate electricity to light our homes, run factories and machines, a raw material to produce fertilizer, to increase food production, and produce plastic, which is used in a wide range of things we use in daily life. Next slide, ma'am. So uses of petroleum. Petroleum provides us a fuel that works with our infrastructure, provide a stable energy resources, an authoritative energy source that can be used by any vehicle, easily extracted and at a low cost. Petroleum is a product in creating renewable sources. So petroleum is the key source of energy for transportation. The transportation fuels that are derived from petroleum include gasoline, petrol, diesel, liquefied petroleum gas or LPG, jet fuel, and marine fuel. While gasoline or petrol is used in cars, motorcycles, light trucks, and boats, diesel is used as fuel by trucks, buses, trains, boats, and ships. Next slide, ma'am. Last is the natural gas. So natural gas, also called as fossil gas or simply gas, is a naturally occurring mixture of gaseous hydrocarbons consisting primarily of methane in addition to various smaller amounts of other higher alkanes. Usually low levels of trace gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfide, and helium are also present. So natural gas is not used in its pure form. It is processed and converted into cleaner fuel for consumption. Many byproducts are extracted while processing of natural gas like propane, ethane, butane, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and etc., which can be further used. So natural gas, it provides warmth for cooking and heating, and is fuel power station that provides electricity to homes and businesses. Next slide, ma'am. So, uses of natural gas. Natural gas can be used in electricity, heating, transportation and production, cooking, and lighting a fire. Next slide, ma'am. So, the advantages of fossil fuels. It is available abundantly in our environment, available at a cheaper rate. It is easy to store and transport, boosts up the economy of a nation. Power station can be built almost anywhere. Next slide, ma'am. The disadvantages of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are non-renewable source of energy. So, hindi siya napapalitan. Second, it pollutes the environment. Third, it is unsustainable. Fourth, these are hazardous in nature. And the residue remaining after combustion is also harmful to the environment. So burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas results in carbon pollution, which causes climate change. So if we want to stop climate change and avoid devastating extreme weather, sea level rise, global conflict, and instability, we have to stop burning fossil fuels. That's all for my report. Thank you.